So Sheena, the baseball is weird because like it's good. It's the best. It's the best game in the world. The best game in the world is baseball. This is a baseball. Okay. If you don't believe it, an actual professional baseball player gave this to me. He gave this to me. I don't fucking remember his name, but he was cool. He gave it to me. So this is a baseball. How it works is the pitcher, who is standing on a mound of dirt, will throw this ball with the attempt of getting it into the glove. Now, a glove, this is a glove. Now, believe it or not, this glove is actually signed by a... Look at this. It's actually signed by a professional baseball player who has played in the top league of baseball before. Now, no. Now, that's the glove. That's. I'm trying to explain this shit. That's the glove. The pitcher's whole goal is to throw this into the glove. Now there's this little box. Or no, there's a batter. Now there's another dude who's on the opposing team, whose whole entire goal is to not let that happen. And he's great at that shit. He's great at that shit. They are some of the best in the world. And his goal is to he has a bat. I don't have a bat to show you. I can't show you that shit, but you gotta trust me. His whole goal is to try to hit that ball with his bat. Now, there's multiple ways he can do this. Preferably, he hits it really hard and he gets it out of the entire stadium. He gets it past the wall in fair territory, which is in between the lines, and that's a home run. He can also hit the foul pole. That's also a home run. But he can also get a single, or a double, or a triple, which is pretty much how many bases he gets. The farther the ball goes on the ground, the more bases he gets. Now, there will be defensive players who will try to stop him from getting bases. Those are called fielders. They have a lot of fielders. They have the first baseman, the second baseman, the shortstop, the third baseman, the right fielder, the left fielder, and the center fielder. Those guys are all trying to stop shit from happening. Now, if a ball is going towards one of them, their whole goal is to catch the ball. And if they do, then it's an out. It's an out. Very simple. And if it doesn't, well, then we have some issues. That's a base hit. Now, there's ways around this. They can throw the ball back to the first baseman, but that rarely happens. And if the runner tries to make it 2 bases, and he's being retarded, oftentimes he will get thrown out, which is when the fielder throws the ball to the base, and he gets tagged, and he's fucked. Now, there's some situations where he's forced out, and that's if there's 2 runners on base. You listening? That's when there's 2 runners on base. I'm trying to explain this shit to you, because I watch this shit every night, and you're just probably wondering what the fuck I'm watching. I'm explaining this shit to you. There's 2 runners on base, he gets forced out. 3 runners, it's all fucking the same thing. But he has to get tagged out if it's not at first base and there's no runners. Now, if there's all 4 runners on bases, or if there's a runner on base and he hits a home run, which is where it goes out of the stadium, that's a 2-run home run. If there's 2 men on base, that's a 3-run home run. And if there's 3 men on base, the bases are loaded, and he hits one out past the wall. Sheena, wake up. Sheena, this is pretty disrespectful. I'm trying to explain this shit to you. There's 3 men on base and he hits one out. That is called a grand slam. And that doesn't happen very often. The Yankees did it earlier this year at Yankee Stadium off of Ryan Brazier because he's a fucking fucktwat. And I was pretty pissed because the Red Sox were leading. That's 4 runs. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Now the pitcher, he has pitches that he throws. There's some of these include the 4-seam fastball, the 2-seam fastball, the slider, the curveball, the knuckleball, which isn't used very much these days. Stephen Wright uses that, and he's pretty fucking cool. But he got a suspension because he's a fucking idiot. Because he tried to do steroids. There's other pitches too. Now, the faster you throw these pitches, the more likely that it is that the batter will not hit it. Aroldis Chapman currently holds the record for the fastest pitch thrown ever at 106 miles an hour. Aroldis Chapman's also a fucking cunt because he hit his wife. I think. I think there was something about that. Addison Russell also did the same thing. He's a cunt too. But that doesn't change the fact that they're really good baseball players. Now, the pitcher will throw into the glove. And if he gets it while in the zone, now there's this zone, there's this box. And if the pitcher throws it inside of the zone and the batter doesn't hit it, that's a strike. But obviously, if you throw it inside the zone, it's easier for the batter to hit. Now, if you throw it outside of the zone and the batter still swings, that's a strike. So you can see where you can find some ways around this. Wake the fuck up! I'm trying to explain. Hey, you live? Hey, I'm trying to talk. Oh shit! You have pink eye. I'm trying to talk to you. She's listening. She knows what I'm saying. So now. So yeah, if there's 3 strikes, then you're out. But if you're outside of the zone and he doesn't swing the ball, that's called a ball. This is also a ball. I don't know why they have the same name for that. That's fucking stupid. I don't know. If you have 4 balls, which you don't want that, then he gets on base. And if you hit the fucker, then he also gets on base. That's called a walk. Or a hit by pitch if he gets hit by the pitch. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. That's why you want to be a good pitcher. The best pitcher right now, probably Clayton Kershaw. Chris Sale up there. Chris Sale got 2,000 strikeouts tonight on this fine evening. Now, baseball is played in 9 innings. There's 3 outs in every inning. So you get out 3 times, and the inning's over. The inning will be over. You do 9 of those. There's a top and a bottom half of the inning because both sides have to go. You can't just have one side doing the entire. You can't have one side pulling the entire way. That's not very fair. If that happened, then both sides wouldn't have the opportunity to score runs. You know, that'd be kind of fucked up. 9 innings. Whoever has the most runs by the end of that, game is over. Game is over. Unless, by chance, they are tied. In which case, they would go to what's called extra innings, where they play as many innings as it takes for the game to be won. At the end of those innings, I think their record's somewhat like 26 innings. In the World Series last year, which is the championship of baseball, It was an 18-inning game. And then Max Muncy hit a walk-off home run. Now, a walk-off is different. A walk-off, if you get that, the game's over immediately. The game's just over. You win. Yeah. That's when it's the bottom half of the ninth, or the winning inning, and they drive in a run. Max Muncy did that last year, and I was pretty fucking pissed. Yeah, because I wanted the Red Sox to win. But the Red Sox still won the World Series. It's okay. Now, there are 30 major league teams. 15 in each league. There are 3 divisions in each league. The AL, the American League, has an East, Central, and West division. The American League East is comprised of the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Baltimore Orioles. The American League Central is comprised of the Cleveland Indians, the Minnesota Twins, the Chicago White Sox, the Kansas City Royals, and the Detroit Tigers. You listening? The American League West is comprised of the Houston Astros, the Oakland Athletics, the Seattle Mariners, the Texas Rangers, and the Los Angeles Angels. The National League. The National League also has 15 teams. They are comprised of 3 divisions of 5 teams. Those teams consist of the NL East, which has the Atlanta Braves, the New York Mets, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Washington Nationals, and the Miami Marlins. The National League Central is comprised of the Milwaukee Brewers, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Chicago Cubs, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Cincinnati Reds. You writing this shit down? I'm going to quiz you on this later. The National League West is comprised of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Arizona Diamondbacks, the San Francisco Giants, the San Diego Padres, and the Colorado Rockies. Colorado Rockies. That's a fun word to say. It's 2 words, but they're fun to say. Try it. Say it with me. Colorado Rockies. Not very good at this. She ain't good at this. Now, in each division, the one with the most wins, the best record, after 162 games, they will win their division. And they will move on to what's called the postseason. Now, if you don't win your division, there's ways around this. It's called the wild card. It's where you're the best of the non-winning teams in each division. So you have to finish second and third, technically, but it's usually second. And 2 divisions will have their teams, unless if one division has second and third, which rarely happens. The wild card is 1 game. 1 game, and then you move on to what's called the Division Series. There's an American League Division Series and a National League Division Series. There's 2 of them for each league, and there's 4 teams playing in each league. Whoever wins each of those series, which is best of 5, so first to 3 wins, moves on to what's called the Championship Series. Championship Series, there's 4 teams in each, or there's 4 teams doing it, 2 in each league, and whoever wins those, which is best of 7, so first to 4 wins, moves on to the ultimate prize, the World Series. Why is it called the World Series? I don't fucking know. I didn't make this shit up. It's not really the world. It's just America with 1 Canadian team. They should just call it the baseball championship. Nah, that doesn't sound cool now, doesn't it? They should call it something else, though. They should call it the Masters. Yeah, they should call it the Masters. Yeah, because no other sport's taking that. Yeah, the Masters. And the Detroit Tigers will win the Masters. Alright, I'm making jokes that are going over your head right now. But you're getting the rest of this, alright? You're getting this? You're getting this shit? Alright. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. The Yankees have won the most World Series. The Yankees are also fucking awful. They're not awful, I just hate them. If you like the Yankees, I will fucking destroy you. Like, I know animal abuse is fucked up, but I'd consider it. Now, we could still be friends, but we'd have to have a talk. Okay? 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 I think that's pretty much it. I think we got this down. There's some awards that you can win, but we can talk about that later. Okay? Alright. You got all that?